Okay, Coach. Well, the road ends here. It has been a wild, often unpredictable 2019 season. And now it's time for the greatest spectacle in all of sports. Super Bowl 54 from Miami. You know, this town has played host to 10 Super Bowls in the past. And tonight, we write chapter number 11. And what a matchup we've got. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Baltimore Ravens taking on the NFC champions. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis, thrilled to be with you for this one. And Charles, the Ravens, they've done it again. Champions of the AFC. Remember, they won Super Bowl 47 back in February of 2013, but had not won so much as a playoff game since then.
And remember, the franchise moved from Cleveland, but they started as a true fresh franchise. They didn't take the Browns with them. They became the Ravens. That was 1996. Won a Super Bowl over the Giants. Was that Super Bowl 35 in Tampa. They've won it twice overall, trying to win another one. And there's always a trademark when you think about the Ravens, right? The way they play defense, the way they run the football, how tough and hard-nosed they are as an organization, trying to do it one more time.
Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they are back again in the big game. It's their fourth appearance, but all coming since the year 2000, Charles.
They've been in it 3 times.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now it's Jackson. And he's going to go down again. J.J. Watt in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. Throwing on 3rd and long. Jackson. He's going to loft one. Deep left side here. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively. Brings up 4th down. Well, if those at home were wondering if we were going to see some offense in this Super Bowl, I think your answer was right there. Incomplete, but they take a big shot early. Like the script. If they get the big play early, so much the better. But if nothing else, they send a message. They're going to be aggressive in this game.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 46-yard line.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 46. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Wilson. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by Jair Alexander, and they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 27. Now it's Barkley. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5 now. Jackson. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now Jackson. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. And a screen only good for 3 that time, and it'll bring up a 4th down. And this may be a big early turning point in this Super Bowl. They're going to go for it on 4th down here.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54.
Here we go on 4th down with Jackson. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. On 4th down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, fourth down, where's the ball? Where will we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
50 seconds. 50 seconds.
On third down, Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. They'll run on first down. Barkley. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Jackson now. He's going to look end zone here for Cooper. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. With a first touchdown of this Super Bowl, and a long one at that, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And I'm sure for these guys, the break from the conference championship to the Super Bowl seems so long. To get out here and score that first touchdown has to take some tension out of the game.
Oh, I love the point you just made about the gap between. Think about the pressure that is built in the interim. To come out and get the first points in the Super Bowl, fantastic for the team.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. This is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Wilson. Setting up the screen for Cook. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Give to Cook out of the gun. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
59 mark, 59 mark. Check, 59. Come back. 14, running. Check. 25, check 25. Check 50. Move the team.
3rd and 2, now Wilson being chased out left. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. DeMarcus Lawrence able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on third and long. From the shotgun, Wilson, and an alley to run.
You and I both know most coaches are really fearful about their quarterbacks running with the ball. They don't want them to take that big hit. I don't think they worry about that with Russell Wilson. He's so smart in what he does, and we just saw it there in that scramble.
And an alley to run. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson steps away to his left. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Dancing to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. 2 minutes even on the clock in the first half of Super Bowl 54. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando. The coach. He'll have stats and scores from around. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And they finally catch up to him and take him down. Jeez, where was he going? A huge loss there. I love plays like that. A defensive lineman holding the football. It's like a kid who stole a cookie from the cookie jar, and then he's just fleeing the scene of the crime.
And all he's doing in his mind, reliving his days when he was young, probably played fullback on his high school team, always wanted to be the tailback carrying the ball, trying his best to lug that bad boy the distance.
Pretty impressive pick there off the screen and then a nice return.
You know, nowadays, they do more ball drills with the big guys than ever before because they want to take possessions away from the offense.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. They'll roll him out right, and he's going to keep it here. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
Check, check, Rocky.
On 3rd and 1, Jackson. Buying time to his left. He may try and run for this. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Barkley. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Jackson forced out to his left. He'll run it, and this time he's able to take it down to the 42. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. He'd had some success as a runner previously on this drive, just not as much space there that time.
Yeah, this time when he pulled it down, they were ready for him, so I think he's going to have to fling a few in order to open up that running lane again.
On 3rd down, Jackson flushed out right. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however, and let's see what that's about. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. So we've reached halftime here in the 2020 Super Bowl, Super Bowl 54. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. The never tedious halftime show behind us, and now it's back to football as we get going again in Super Bowl 54. This will be fielded at the 8. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because this...
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with a game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Watch out.
Jackson. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. He rifles one that's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Wilson. And this is Cook with a grab. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. DeMarcus Lawrence. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
How about that, partner? His 2nd sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Being chased out left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Fletcher Cox in there to drop him for a loss on the play.
Let's go. Check it.
This is Barkley. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They'll go to Barkley again. They find some open field here. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 25 yards the pick up there, and also a first down. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage with a penalty flag down. This might push him back further. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. On first down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson eluding the pressure right. He'll try and run it. And bulldozing his way through. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. So he wanted to pass it, but that thing turned out much better.
And the crowd really responded, didn't they? They always like it better when the quarterback is scrambling around, actually takes off and runs it downfield, and that's exactly what he did.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Steps away to his left. And he's going to go down. This will count as a sack, a very short sack. Taken down at the 2. K.J. Wright able to get outside the numbers and drop him for a loss of a yard. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. A field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal. Flush to, and he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl as the Ravens push further out in front.
The defense was almost too good on that play. They took away all of his targets. The one thing they forgot, to account for him as a runner, and he's able to tuck it and go for the end zone and get it done.
This will be fielded at the 6.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
Well, throw on first down with Wilson. Dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Wilson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
It's Kelsey on the ground. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Wilson to throw. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out as his guys are back within a single score.
Well, this was a pass all the way, but he just kept buying time, didn't he? It was kind of like, wait. Oh, it's open. Time to hot-foot it and go. And, boy, was he successful.
Yeah, didn't go to the outside toward the pylon, just straight ahead, middle third of the field.
Shortest distance between 2 points. Straight line.
they'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. Now it's Jackson, forced out to his left. He's going to take off with it. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Seahawks have recovered.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the fourth, a costly turnover. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
That play was well covered, just tried to check it down. Unfortunately, we're not able to find any yardage on that one.
The loss of now 2nd and 13. Wilson. And an alley to run. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. Being chased out left. He's going to let this go for the end, and it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And he will take it on out to the 20-yard line. The tight end Kelsey was the intended target. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
Here's Jackson to throw. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Amari Cooper, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl as the Ravens push further out in front. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
This one taken from the 7. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. To throw again on second down. Wilson steps away to his left. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Jair Alexander, and he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. After the interception, here's Jackson. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw again. Jackson looking deep in the direction of Cooper. Less than 2 minutes remain here in Super Bowl 54. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. 81. Check 24. Check 24. Whoa. Check 26. Leo. Let's go.
Play action. Now Jackson. He wants it all for the end zone. And it's incomplete, almost intercepted. He had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. It brings up 4th down. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Right there. 54. Check.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. Cooper was the intended target. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah.
Then with the Eagles.
That's right. It's then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. The first down screen pass, good for 5. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. He pitches it out. A second broken tackle. It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
On first down, Wilson. Dancing to his left. Now a desperation. Got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A.J. Green, 47 yards. As his guys are back within a single score. Myers connects on the PAT. So there is still time, a little over 50 seconds to go, but this becomes a critical onside kick. And who's got it? I think the Ravens do, yes. And they're going to win this football game. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Jackson to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, they decided to air it out a little bit on that play, take a shot downfield, but the coverage was really nice. Able to get a hand in and tip it away.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Jackson throwing on 4th down. He'll fire a desperation throw for the end zone. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Throwing now is Jackson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Third and goal, Jackson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. Intended that time for Cooper. Partner, is that a little sweet justice for Super Bowl 49 right there?
You know nothing can ever erase the total sting, but that has to feel good, right? To flip it around, be on their own 1-yard line defending, and come up with the interception.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. Tyler Lockett was the target there, and that'll make it 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. So they'll quickly now signal for the timeout. And it's definitely not looking good, but at least they'll have one final play to hope for that miracle and get them in the end zone. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Check. Block 59. Oh, you got deep? Good.
One last shot for Wilson, escaping the pressure right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty, and with that, the ball game is over. And it's all over. Just one is left standing, and that one is the Baltimore Ravens, your Super Bowl champions. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team that hoists the Lombardi Trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way, didn't have to face some adversity in the journey, and now they get to just enjoy it and revel in it. And all offseason, they'll be signing their autographs with Super Bowl champion underneath it.
And they are the Super Bowl champs. The Lombardi Trophy is theirs, and so are bragging rights for an entire season. What a season it has been. Feels like we have been there every step of the way. Our entire crew doing a wonderful job. Thanks to my broadcast partner, Charles Davis. For all those guys, I'm Brandon Gaudin signing off. We'll talk to you next season right here on EA Sports.